Yes, hello everyone. I just thought I'd go through the mayoral elections. I got my leaflet today. 6th of May, Greater Manchester Combined Authority mayoral election. Interesting. So we'll go through who to vote for. 9 candidates. 2 of them are independents. Then there's Reform UK, Labour and Cooperative Party, Conservative Party, Independent. There's 3 independents: Green Party, Liberal Democrats. The independents are Marcus Farmer, Alex Marvel, David John Sutcliffe. We'll go through them in a little bit. But anyway, let's get right on to Reform Party. Nigel Farage's party, he doesn't want to come out of the 1951 UN Refugee Convention, so he's not obviously not bothered about what's happening at Dover, even though he's been down. If he had any sense, he'd come out of the UN Refugee Convention. I'm not into Farage. The Reform Party are too liberal. They won't stop immigration or anything like that. And they're the same as the other parties, just made up to break up the vote from those who might vote so-called right-wing parties. Waste of time. I'm not even going on to the person in it. It's the party. And I'm not having that party. Stephen Morris, English Democrats. Now, if you look on the wiki page, I'll put the link up after this. They're saying that the English Democrats are a right-wing to far-right party. They openly they've accepted people, ex-members of the BNP. Now, just let me get this straight. Not every member of every party is what people make them out to be. You just couldn't make it up. The British National Party aren't a far-right party. The Nationalist Party. I'm just sick of this right-wing, left-wing thing. Now, for the fact that they've said in the wiki page that this is a right-wing to far-right party, I'd vote them, because obviously they want things done that the mainstream parties don't, straight away don't. So I've looked through a bit of, I've seen the English Democrats over the past few years, and you can look through the policies. They want to come out of the European Union. So they want to come out of the... Yeah, honestly, straight away, I would vote these because they're called right-wing or far-right party. And Daddy Dragon's connected to this group, and it's got that Robin Tilbrook guy. And out of everyone on here, this is the only party I would be able to vote for out of all these candidates. This is the only party. But I'll put the link up to the wiki page about the English Democrats, and you can have a look through yourself. But I mean, the choice I've got, it'd have to be them for me. But let's go through the rest of them. Laura Evans, Conservative. Well, she's a member of the Conservative Party. They have ruined our country in the past 20 years. They've ruined it. They've been responsible for higher than average immigration. I've showed you this. I did a video on net migration, immigration, that the Conservatives were supposed to uphold, and they haven't. Where it's supposed to be tens of thousands, it's hundreds of thousands. They've ruined our country in this last 20 years. They've well put a stake in it. I wouldn't vote Conservative. If they were the only party, I wouldn't vote them. Laura Evans, I've heard of her a couple of times, but again, she's linked to the Conservatives, so she'll have Conservative values, and them values right now in the Conservative Party is shit. She's not going to change anything if she became the mayor. She won't be able to change where the Conservative Party are. So Conservatives, right, won't vote for them. Marcus Farmer, independent. What does it say about him? The negative health, social, economic, cultural and emotional effects of suppression, lockdown are profound. Based on my own observational evidence at street level and using the University of Oxford's pandemic model for guidance, I am now convinced that this has to end via the democratic voting process on the 6th of May. Please take 15 minutes to read how I would build a team to run Greater Manchester for the next 3 years at jobspeaceandfreedom.co.uk. He has run before, this dude. .co.uk. What do you mean it can't be reached? Well, it's not letting me go there. So, yeah, so at the moment, it's got to be the English Democrats. I'm just looking. Might as well read out what it's got to say. Back in April 1994, Nelson Mandela and the ANC ran and won on the political ticket jobs, peace and freedom to end apartheid in South Africa and give hope to millions of oppressed people. Blah, blah. Fast forward to 2021, where Manchester is losing tens of thousands of jobs. Peace on our streets is on a knife edge, and freedoms have been taken away with no debate whatsoever. It's clear to see how this city could quite easily descend into chaos and anarchy. Correct, but I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm linking immigration to crime as one of the direct things to do with the increase in our crime that we've got, certainly, and violent crime and sexual crimes, which I will talk a bit more about that another time. So I don't know what his immigration status is. I don't want any immigration, me. There's no jobs. No, he's right. Oldham. If we look at Oldham, no jobs. And I expect every candidate to say something about Andy Burnham because he's just rubbish. He's not our man to run Manchester. Freedom, the concept of freedom is up for grabs in 2021 at a time when the stakes have never been higher. A person who's free to speak as they see fit, think without indoctrination to certain political narrative or religion, and express themselves without limitation, is one who can reach the boundaries of human development and self-actualization. On the other hand, those who curtail freedom and seek to control the political narrative are enemies of what we need to achieve here in Manchester or anywhere, and being free to disagree is a vital part of that concept. interesting stuff. But he hadn't said anything directly. I mean, if I was running for mayor, I'd be ending immigration. So I'd be doing that. I'd be wanting me to Manchester. No more people coming in. Can't take them. We're overrun. The rejuvenation of in need of attention, times that Ashton, underline, Bolton, Oldham. We're not going to regenerate them when we keep bringing immigrants in. We're having unprecedented numbers of non-skilled Eastern Europeans who are just going into the poor bracket when they come in. Oldham has got three areas in the top 10 areas of most poorest wards in the country, because people there don't work, and they're all immigrant wards. So if you want to get working better, we need to get rid of people who are not going to work and bring in people who are going to work. I don't want any immigration, mate. I don't. So we focus on the people who are already here. We send them to school. We get them to work. None of this not working and sucking up the benefits and all that because they've got 50 kids. None of that. We're not having any of that. There's things to be done. So I can't work out, mate. I'd like you to say, Marcus Farmer, if you're ending immigration, really, but there's nothing like that. I'm not into any kind of multiculturalism. It's ruining our towns. It's just bringing more crime to us. And I want to end political correctness and stuff like that. And I want to stop foreign, non-Christian religions overtaking our country. Right? It's got to stop. And that'd be like building no more mosques for a start. And there's many people who say that. So Marcus Palmer, I can't work you out, but he has ran before. He has ran before. Ending lockdown, I agree. We need to end lockdown. Students. Looking at student fee thing. The average student debt at the end of a 3-year course is around 40,000. This means our young adults are likely to start their working lives with a risk-averse attitude towards money, which is damaging to any economy. It is. I agree with that. They put some. I'll put his thing up anyway. Communist price fixing cartel. In 1988, I came to Manchester to music, watch City and United on alternate weeks. Back then, the relationship between lecturers and students was generally one of ignoring each other on an environment of academic and intellectual snobbery. Going on about the price of, I mean, studying, fair enough, though. We do need to look at our students. We've got enough people in this country. We should focus on making doctors and nurses of the people we've got here. We've already got established Indian communities, and they've got good intelligence, and they're good at doctors and that. Why aren't we training them people up who are here now? And why aren't we training any British people? Why aren't we training people up? We've got a good country, and we've got certainly the majority white country. There is a lot of people there to do these jobs, but they're not being taught. They're not being sent to school, not going to be given the chances and the qualifications. As we know, white men, young adults, a certain age range are the most disadvantaged. And white adult males in school are really disadvantaged. Why is that? We need to sort that out and put things on a level basis. And the thing is, just because you're a person of colour doesn't mean you should get a better job than someone else if you cannot do that job properly. And that's what we're doing now. We're taking people in, because political correctness, who can't do the jobs, but we're just taking them in because of the colour of the skin. No, I want the best person, best mayor to run our town. No matter what colour he is, I want the best mayor. I don't want the Muslim mayor because he's Muslim and we're doing political correctness. I'm not having the black mayor because it should be Black Lives Matter. I want the mayor who's going to run our mayor. I want a mayor who's going to run and do the job properly. The man with the skills, don't matter who it is, man, woman, colour. I want that correct person in to run our mayor. I'm not having anyone else in just because they're LGBT, Black Lives Matter, different religion. That's not in it, me. I want the mayor who's qualified to do the job best, no matter who he is, no matter what colour, man, woman, whatever. I want that mayor who's going to do the best job. I don't just pick in these tokens. I just don't pick in these tokens because they're a token. I want the one who's going to do the best job. Yeah. And I think that is what everybody wants. So that's Marcus Farmer. I'll put his link up to his site when I've done the video. Andy Burnham, Labour. I'm not even going to go through. If people want me to say what he hasn't done and what he's failed on for all our communities in Greater Manchester since he's been mayor and before, then I don't know. Melanie Horrocks, again, the Green Party. She might be a nice person. She probably wants to stay in the EU. The Green Party are all LGBT. They would have us all eating fucking green vegetables for the rest of our lives. And I like eating meat. I'm not having to go at any veggies out there, but I'm not being forced on what I have to eat. I like my meat. And meat has been a staple diet of humans since Homo sapiens came along. All right, so I'm not into the Green Party, me. The pure LGBT and everyone loves. They've even got a fight for everyone's rights. Feminist, proudly feminist. So Mel for Mayor, Melanie Horrocks. What about all the girls that have been raped and abused? What about Emily Jones? I haven't got anything to say about her. What about the woman in Oldham who was sexually assaulted and the guy got off jail because he works in a kebab house and he's the only earner and he's working cash in hand? What about that? What about, where's the uproar on that? Where is the uproar on that, Melanie? Green Party, certainly not for me. Liberal Democrats. Again, they want to stay in the EU. LGBT, trans, this and that. Not the party for me. Not the party for me. The too liberal. I can't. I'm not even going into them. This is not our party. That is not my tribe. Not my tribe. So that's it. Who's not in the book though? Right, now, who's not in the book is Alec Marvel. I had a quick look. I will put a little bit of not much information about him, but it looks a bit green and all that. Thing is, I can't tell if it's a girl or a boy, so male or female. So I'm not even. I can't vote for that person. What they say about themselves isn't good enough. They're only on Twitter. But I mean, the only other thing I'm going to do. Right, he didn't submit an election address, but what the other thing I will say about Alec Marvel, even though probably not my tribe or anything, that well done for standing up and running as a mayor, whether you've got a chance or not. Well done, mate. Same goes for Marcus Farmer and David John Sutcliffe. And there's not much about him either. I'll just have a quick Google up. I am standing as a candidate in this election to try and expose and counteract the wrongdoing and criminality of Andy Burnham, his deputy Bev Hughes and senior police officers. Nice, I like that. That's see full statements. These individuals should work for the public of Greater Manchester and not for themselves and their cronies. They have overseen the prolific waste of, I agree. Public money on a police computer system does not work. I agree with that. Created a toxic atmosphere whereby hard-working junior staff are blamed for their leaders' incompetence. Nice. I like them things. Andy Burnham claims ignorance as to this debacle with Greater Manchester Police. This is a lie, as I and others have spoken to him personally about corruption issues, asked him questions about public meetings and sent him numerous documents. Totally with you, mate. Totally with you. David John Sutcliffe. His responsibility as Greater Manchester Police Crime Commissioner is working with the police at the highest levels. He's part of the hierarchy of the police, so he would have known what was going on. And thank you. Numerous people like you and others have sent big up to you there, mate. He is an hypocrite who criticised South Yorkshire Police and other agencies for hiding information and using expensive lawyers to prevent disclosure of documents in relation to the Hillsborough tragedy, whilst following the same course himself. He has broken the law by not disclosing documents and has utter contempt for the people of Greater Manchester. Totally agree, mate. Totally agree. And my friend Warren Bates he wants to talk about that Hillsborough thing relating to him. So thank you for that. I'm liking this guy. This is an independent. Good job I looked him up. I'm liking him. He was ex-policeman, retired at the rank of inspector. I primarily ran proactive units in the police and won almost 50 awards and commendation for bravery, number of arrests made and leadership. I left after exposing senior officer corruption and tried in vain to get Burnham and Hughes to take an interest. I have no designs on a long career as a politician. If elected, I would serve only one term. However, unlike Burnham and Hughes, I am honest and hardworking. I have core values that I will not ditch whatever the situation. I may not be an expert on everything, but I am good at seeking advice and scrutinising those in authority, which does currently happen. I will make mistakes if elected, as I do in life on a daily basis. However, this will be due to me trying to do things and making decisions, opposed to Andy Burnham, whose only cause in life is self-promotion and who criticises others who have proper jobs and have to make split-second decisions. I have constantly asked Burnham and Hughes for a live update about their laziness and corrupt practices, but they never reply. I wonder why. I'll tell you what now. I'm voting David John Sutcliffe. That who is my mum is voting for, and me, David John Sutcliffe. I've done it. Not voting for. He said the stuff he said there is astronomical, because if the police were sorted, we wouldn't have been in this fiasco with this 80,000 crimes not supposed. We wouldn't have been in this fiasco. If he was on the force at the time when Maggie Oliver were on, maybe he could have influenced things and got things going on. Victoria's definitely not been the three girls tragedy with people like this, because he wants to put the police straight. And he's right. Everything he says there about Andy Burnham is 100% right. That's who I'm voting for, David John Sutcliffe, independent candidate, Greater Manchester. It's either him or English Democrats, a set of people. But he does look like ex-policeman, and he would absolutely shake that police force up. We need somebody like him in. Right. Thank you very much. I'm having some tea. I'll catch up with you all soon. Please don't forget Like all my links down below there. To all my social media sites. If you want to donate anything to me, you can do through PayPal. My donation thing on the YouTube's off now because I think they're going to cut me off soon. So I'm not putting any more. I'm not getting anyone to donate through YouTube. They do take money off you. It'll just be PayPal or my bank account. And I'll be out on the street soon. But thank you very much for my choice for mayoral election, David John Sutcliffe. Thank you.